Y'all, what's up? It's your boy Nitro Hi-Fi here. Welcome back to Nerd Torch TV, your spot for anime, comics, and gaming. Today we're here with a couple of actors in the industry, and they're gonna give you some tips right after they introduce themselves to you, and they're gonna see if they can kind of educate you guys on how you can get started in the industry as well.
All right, hi, my name is Cody Robinson. I'm a stunt guy, and I've done some acting roles as well. I'm originally from Robertsdale, Alabama, moved up to Auburn, Alabama, and then eventually into Newnan, Georgia, where I now work in the film and television industry as a professional stuntman.
Oh, nice.
My name is Justice Leak. I'm actually from right here in Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I moved to Atlanta, and then I've been in LA for about 10 years. And yeah, I'm a full-time actor. I do mostly television, a little bit of film here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these guys have actually been putting in work. So I guess one thing for first question is, how did you guys get started in the industry that you guys started out in?
I was a parkour guy. I just mainly did parkour for almost 10 years, and I was a nationally sponsored parkour athlete for American Parkour.
We actually did parkour together.
Yeah, we did. Back then we met.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Like at Auburn University, he had the parkour club, and I used to come out.
Cool.
So I got my first job on Three Stooges because a parkour guy told me there was an audition going on.
Oh, okay.
So I doubled curly just because of a thing on the side, and then I became a police officer. Yeah, and I came. And I became a police officer years later because I had to get a real job, and but slowly I started kind of bleeding into the film industry because I got an opportunity after opportunity and the chance to kind of go and audition, and it worked out, and eventually I cut the cord, and everything worked out perfectly. So
Nice. What about you? How did you get started?
I went to school at Auburn, and I knew that I wanted to get into film by that point, and but they don't have any film classes, so I started taking theater classes thinking that I would learn how to be an actor so I could or learn how to work with actors as a director. But I ended up liking it. People liked seeing me do it, so I started pursuing that after I graduated. Moved to Atlanta, did indie, student films to try to get some experience. And after about 3.5 years, I finally booked my first show, which was One Tree Hill. I threw a party and my scene was cut. So don't ever do that.
No.
Yeah. Don't ever throw a party unless you know you're gonna be on screen.
Yeah.
So I learned that lesson, but a few months later, maybe a year later, I booked this show called K-Bill, and then right after that, a movie called The Great Debaters with Denzel Washington.
Nice.
So it was that movie that I filmed in 2007 that took me to LA, and so I've been there for the last 10 years.
Nice. That's actually a really lucrative career you had there. How was the work with Denzel Washington?
It was incredible, and obviously he's very supportive as a director to other actors, being an actor himself. But what was uncomfortable at first was how he kept giving you different direction every take. And for me, 10 years ago, this is the biggest thing I've ever been a part of, and he's one of the biggest stars in the world, so I just wanted to do good.
Right.
I just rewatched the film for the first time in a while, and I look at myself, I'm like, you're just trying not to be bad right now. That's just, but Denzel, he shoots straight with you, and he gave me this piece of advice I'll never forget. We've been filming for about 6 hours, this one particular scene, and he's coming up to me, they're resetting, there's 100 people around resetting, and he was like, Justice, you're a smart guy. And I was like, thanks, man. And he was like, Harlan, which was my character's name, he was like, Harlan, he's a smart guy too. And I was like, yeah. I was like, Harvard, oh yeah, of course. And he was like, so you don't actually have to play smart. You are smart. And I was like, right. He was like, because right now it feels like you're acting smart. And I was like, I got it. So it's something I never forgot, because I was like, oh my God, Denzel Washington just called me out. Because to an actor, the last thing you want to be caught doing is acting.
Right.
It's actually kind of an insult. You should be being this person. You should be having this experience. So I always remember that bit of advice.
That's very nice. What would be you guys' favorite roles to be a part of?
Oh man, I've been on a bunch of big stuff, but I really enjoyed the opportunity to be able to meet different major celebrities and worked with people that I thought that I never would be able to. I worked with Jennifer Lawrence and double for Jai Courtney, double for Chris Hemsworth in this last thing that we've just been doing, double and Thor. Just second unit stuff, nothing big right now, but I'm hoping one day to get to be a bigger part of some of the Marvel films. But you know, I was on Mockingjay 1 and 2 and Insurgent and Legion, a lot of big stuff. And some of the bigger sequences have really been a lot of fun. I was just on Den of Thieves with Gerard Butler.
Right.
Things like that. It's just, I can't really pin it down to just one thing. I've had a...
You're just enjoying just being a part of it.
Anytime you get to work, it's just such a blessing.
I just enjoy the process, and more so, I enjoy to get to play and train for my living.
Right.
To me, it's not even about the fame or anything like that. To me, it's really just about being able to have fun for the rest of my life and do what I love. Like,
That's nice. What about, do you have any favorite roles you might want to mention?
I loved playing on, there's a TV show called Preacher on AMC.
Okay, yeah, my wife has been watching that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be a cowboy, you know, and it's like full period 1800s. We're on a ranch.
Right.
In New Mexico. There's no people around. There's no town around, and with all the extras and everything else. I remember I was walking out of the saloon with like an actual gun from the 1800s. You can hear the metal like clinking. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I'm a cowboy. What? Was a preacher cowboy. But,
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, no, it's great. So that was a lot of fun. And then in terms of like action stuff, when I was on Supergirl and got to do a bit of stunts on the back of a truck, like heading towards downtown LA. It was that's your kid. You're just a kid.
It's just like playtime all over again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Except you're bigger, stronger, and it's filmed.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I mean, if me, when I lived in Montgomery, you know, as a 16-year-old, being in band on this field right out here to knowing what I'm doing now, I just never would have ever imagined it. 'Cause I was a super shy kid. I had no aspirations to be an actor or anything else. It really just kind of
happened.
Yeah, just found me.
So you guys have any tips that you can share to help other people kind of break into the industry as well?
I'll tell you, first of all, like I said, to break into the industry, anything in film, you've got to put in the time and effort. A lot of people think they can just get into it and ask the right people, and if they take the first step, then everything will work out. That's not true. You really have to push every step of the way, and you're going to have a ton of setbacks. You're going to have a ton of issues that happen. Hardly anybody just takes off, right? It's a constant battle and struggle, and you really got to hone your craft. Like if you want to get into stunts, you've got to practice everything physical you can possibly think of: martial arts, parkour, gunfighting, sword fighting, weapons, cars, light stuff on fire, all that kind of stuff. You got to do all that stuff, and then with acting, you're going to have to constantly, hone that craft, and it's an everyday thing. It's not just I'll act when I get the role, right? No, you got to take classes and get an agent and all that kind of stuff. And if you're looking to get in the production side of it, you have to learn every single thing that you have to do, like all the different video editing programs, the photo editing programs, and how to deal with sound and how to deal with people and networking, and it's just constant. You got to be on the grind. From a person that was sleeping in their car whenever they first came to Atlanta, just because I didn't have enough money to go back and forth every single day to train and hustle. You really got to put in the time and effort, and there's a reason why we call it the grind or the hustle, because it is intense.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna show up and get work. You're gonna have to fight for every step of the way.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? You have any tips?
Well, along those same lines, when I went out to the premiere for The Great Debaters, I'm on the red carpet, and Oprah Winfrey's like standing right next to me. My mom's about to pass out because she's like,
Oprah.
Samuel L. Jackson, everybody's there. To that same night, I'm sleeping on someone's floor because I don't have a place to go. Just this. It's not about the red carpets. It's really not about film premieres or anything else. Anybody's name who you know or recognize probably has worked 10 plus years to even get to where you heard about them for the first time.
Right.
So, and anybody whose name who's still in the business right now, have hustle. The people that come and go, flash in the pan, if you're good, you're gonna get a shot at some point.
Right.
Now, whether that shot leads to more down the road is entirely up to you, and it really takes hustle. And now's easier than ever to create your own content, to go out with your friends, tell stories that you're passionate about. You don't have to wait for Hollywood to come to you. What Hollywood is looking for right now is established properties, established personalities. Get your friends, get your people, tell good stories, put it up on YouTube.
Right.
It will gain an audience, and when you have an audience, Hollywood's going to come to you and be like, I want to put you in this show, or I want to take that idea because I see it going somewhere and develop it into something bigger. So in a lot of ways, it's easier now than ever to sort of break into the industry. The difference is there's also it's a saturated market.
Right.
The only way that you're going to really push through is to tell a story that you're passionate about and that is uniquely you. And when you can find that, I think you're going to be even closer to sort of breaking through.
Wow, this is probably like top of the charts for interviews today. Great information, guys. So we just want to ask some personal questions now. What type of movies are you guys into right now? Have y'all been excited about anything coming out to theaters lately?
I'm just in this new season of Claws. It's a show on TNT.
Okay.
And I'm reading the scripts and stuff. I'm like, hey, this is a really good show. So that's one to go watch out for. Claws on TNT. They've already had season 1 out. Season 2 is being filmed right now. So something good. Last show I watched that I really enjoyed was a sci-fi show called Altered Carbon.
I have some people coming by telling me about that.
And the philosophy and the psychology involved and the kind of transhumanism was a really entertaining show for me to watch. So.
Okay. What about you?
Man, there's lots of good things. I did just see Black Panther last weekend. Like, that was amazing. So good. A lot of fun. Good story. Great. It was just so well done, top to bottom. The last show that I was like blown away with was Ozark, also on Netflix. Jason Bateman. It's incredible. I like those AMC sort of cable dramas, Netflix dramas, that kind of thing. And of course, we just came out of like award season Oscars, so I saw all of those. They were really, really good. I love the storytelling in the independent film market. You know, the Lady Birds, the Call Me by Your Names, and that kind of thing. That maybe not a lot. Making $1 billion at the box office, but they're telling very, very good stories.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested into myself as well. As a content creator, I'm always looking for like who's telling the best stories as well. So what about comics? You guys are into comics or video games at all?
Well, I'm a big video gamer, but I was never really into comics, but I've always been into video games. So.
Oh, okay. So where are you dropping in Fortnite?
I ain't done Fortnite yet.
Oh, you haven't done it yet.
I'm still on Destiny. That's kind of my thing. I've been doing Destiny 2 has kind of been my thing for a while, and then I've kind of dropped off the edge of the earth video game-wise the past few months.
Right. You've been working.
Been working and training a lot, and trying to not do the video game thing. I downloaded Mirror's Edge, the last one, Catalyst, just kind of
nice.
parkour games.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get into it at the time because I had too many other things in my mind. So.
Oh, of course. What about you, Justice?
Oh my God, I'm so lame. You're not gonna answer.
I'm ready.
I play anything with this plumber called Mario. That's about where it ends for me. So I love like the Mario Karts and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't invest enough time to do the big role-playing games.
Of course, yeah.
So I don't have any of the big gaming systems. So many people have come by today, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds amazing. It sounds really, really good. I'm still a little bit scarred when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Nintendo was released right after Atari was phased out. And of course, I wanted a Nintendo.
Right.
Asking for it. And what I get for Christmas, me and my sister, in a box. Because it was a big present, so we both have to have it.
Yeah, of course.
Even though she didn't care anything about it. Was an Atari and like a bunch of games, which was my family. My mom doesn't know any different. She was like, "It's a game system. It's a game system." I was like, "It's not Nintendo."
It's not Nintendo.
Here's what made it worse. Signed in Sharpie on every single game was R. Crumpton. Where are you? He's from Montgomery. I just realized he's from Montgomery. He's probably like an attorney here. And he was this rich kid in my class. and I knew he was just gonna give me shit about it when I got to school.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I got to school, and he was like, "I know what he got for Christmas," because my mom.
Oh no!
But here was my sort of sweet revenge when I did this show Powers on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Which was exclusive to PlayStation. PlayStation actually gave me a new PS4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like for free, and I was like, not only. Yeah, I might not have gotten that system.
Yeah.
I got a free one from the actual, distributors.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, I think that's all we have time for today. So we're going to wrap it up. If you guys have any final words for the audience.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out to River Region Comic Con. I think it's a lot bigger than a lot of people expected.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, they're going to do it again next year. They already reserved a place. So
Oh,
see
nice.
you guys out here next time.
All right, guys, make sure y'all subscribe.